Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. On our program is Thierry Manissol, and he is with Momindum, and we're thrilled to have him on the program. We spoke for the first time approximately a month ago, 2 months ago, and you did a demo of your technology, which was, I thought it was very interesting, and we invited you back. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And I was hoping that we could speak a little bit about what your company does and your products.
Sure. Welcome and thank you for having me. Basically, what we do is Momindum is a communication and education solution provider. That's what we do. We deliver an end-to-end software solution to capture, edit, and broadcast video-based presentation. Just in a nutshell, to make it easy. So that's a complete solution to build and deliver rich media kind of presentations. That's what we do.
And what sorts of customers would use this solution?
Actually, a lot of wide range of industries. First of all, different industries may just use that technology. Different size of customers, even though we do have a lot of global 500 customers. And basically, they're going to use the technology across the organization for marketing purpose, product rollout, lead generation, sales enablement, for instance, for R&D or customer service in order to transfer the knowledge within the organization and also, of course, outside of the organization. So that's pretty wide kind of usage within the organization. That could be for new employee enrollment, and many different things.
So specifically, what is it that your product does? In other words, the end result of the videos and the multimedia presentations that your customers make, what do those look like?
It's going to be actually the aggregate of different components. On the market today, you do find video on YouTube, you do find documents that are shared on Google Docs, you do find, solution for slide sharing, for instance. The content we produce, and that's one of the innovation of Momindum, is the aggregate of all these components. Video is at the heart of that content, but with the video, we're going to put the slideshow, for instance, and we're going to put additional documents to build a comprehensive content that will have everything included into that content, so that you get a good understanding and quick understanding of the matter, and if you want to go deeper, you can go deeper.
Now, could that include audio?
That could include audio or video, the way you want. Video is definitely, a big move, as we believe that video is becoming big and big in the enterprise, as video becomes, in the habits of everybody as well. Video is definitely affordable today, and a lot of organizations are moving towards video. Once again, video is at the heart of what we do, and it's a very appealing product, and I think it's it becomes a very comprehensive and very useful content.
So a repository of multimedia content that can be used in a way that allows the end user to receive a more, like you mentioned, comprehensive educational experience, correct?
It is correct. It is going to be used for educational purpose, but probably for informal educational purpose. We are not really onto the regular e-learning space. We are more into the blending education, including informal education. There's not going to be assessment. There's going to be a rich content that's going to be delivered to the end user, and that's another innovation of Momindum, that content is going to be searchable so that you don't have to watch a 2 hours video to get straight to really what's important to you. You're going to be able to search throughout that content and directly access the 1 minute you're interested in.
Now, marketing and sales organizations within a company are usually looking for tools to enable them to more rapidly educate their potential customers. Is that an area where you're seeing interest?
Definitely, especially since through the technology you can scale to a wide audience. We're going to broadcast on that live or on demand. And we definitely can scale to a very wide audience. So compared to presentations or roadshow that you would do on a weekly basis, every single day you're in a new city, you can now put that message out there, available to all your channels, all your customers, all your sales force, and educate everybody straight away. On top of that, the technology is easy to use enough so that every single person in the organization can produce their own content. In the social networking world, we now know there's a big exposure of the employees with the outside world. Everybody is part of the same community. The customers are part of the organization, branding the products. So I think it's not anymore an obstacle for the expert to produce his own content and broadcast that content to the channel and the customers. They're going to be in touch anyway. So it's also a very fast, effective way of producing the content and having basically the expert talking to the audience, the end user, the internal sales force, or the customers about the product that's just made. So it's definitely a nice, very effective way, a very cost-effective way of producing that content and delivering that content to the people. On top of that, we allow that audience to interact with the expert who produces that content.
How?
So there's definitely the platform that delivers that content is a Web 2.0 kind of platform with collaborative features where the audience can ask a question, they can rate, comment the content, they can take notes if they want to get into the content afterwards with those notes, as opposed to, once again, watching the overall content. They can share those notes and they can collaborate between them so that basically they can capitalize on that content and while on the job, basically get some more value right away.
So your company's taken pieces of technologies that are proven, such as things like PowerPoint presentations and video, and it seems like you've brought it all together so that a single repository of information can serve as either a way of educating an audience live, where there's two-way interaction, or on demand at a later time, where all that information is available so that as you're watching the video, you're able to pull up notes, references, links, things like that, so that you're kept 100% aware of just everything that you need to know about. So if you happen to be seeing a presentation on automobiles and you are interested in, let's say, the electric vehicles, you can delve down into the documents that are connected on electric vehicles, or if I'm interested in the sports cars, I can delve down into the sports cars. And so really you allow this document or this multimedia presentation to be much more, I guess, much richer and able to answer a lot more questions for the end users.
Exactly, with still the ability for that end user to get straight to the point. That's the purpose of a PowerPoint presentation, for instance, that is to highlight a specific matter, a specific topic. And the video brings not only a very appealing media, it's also a way to explain what's in the PowerPoint, explain the big part of it, and help the end user to quickly understand what that's all about. And from there, if that end user want to go down and deep into some additional documents, a Word documents, a PDF, a URL, he can do that as well, and then deepen his knowledge. But the overall purpose is basically to provide them one-way access and quick access to the relevant information for that person while on the job, or even if they want to get educated, they can do it. That overall process is not that complex, I have to say. Our capturing solution allows you to capture basically on the fly that slideshow and the video, and at the end of it, you get the final product kind of right away. From there, you can edit that content, you can tune that content, but producing the content, everybody can do it with just a computer, a camera, single camera, and you can get that content out in a matter of minutes. And I think that's critical in the business we're in, because we've got to be competitive, we've got to get that content out, we've got that expertise to stay around, to be comprehensive, to be accessible by the people, and we've got to get it out quick. You cannot afford to build a very nice product, and market that product 3 months down the road. Here you can just get that out, the day after, and get your product out right away.
Now, for customers or potential customers looking to learn more, the question that they may be asking is this a cloud-based solution? Is this software? And then also, how do I buy it? Can I try it, etc.?
There are actually 3 components in the solution. There's the capture and edition part of it, and there's the portal. The portal can be made available to customers either as a SaaS software, or can be hosted by the customer themselves, according to how confidential the information is going to be. Depending upon what the customer wants to do, they're going to be able to choose, in between those 2 solutions. The capturing edit part of it, usually they are free download software, so everybody can download the software, everybody can try out on the software. You even, can publish some content with that for free, and it's basically downloadable to make easier for the capture and for the edition process. So that's how they can use it.
Great. And so, final question: what's next for the company?
I think what's next is really the we do see a big trend today with the video on one hand, the document sharing on another hand, and we do see conferencing, video conferencing, and it seems that we are kind of at the crossing of several avenues that a lot of players are taking. The video, the communication solutions, the document sharing, all of that. And for basically whether that is communication purpose or education purpose, we anticipate the players as well as the market to get to adopting a richer media, a more rich media content, multimedia, where video is going to be a very key component, where you're going to be able to access the information in a very short period of time. So I think we are right at a very interesting and a huge potential market.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for being on the program.
Thank you very much for welcoming me.